My name's Zoe. I'm going to be your occupational therapist, and today we're going to be talking about COPD. So you're probably thinking, well, what does COPD stand for, and what does this mean for me? So COPD stands for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and this is a disease of the lungs. It's a combination of chronic bronchitis, which chronic bronchitis can cause mucus and coughing, and then also emphysema, and emphysema can decrease the ability of your lungs to expand and get that deep breath. So what does that mean for you? You're gonna see shortness of breath, fatigued easily, limited endurance, and anxiety due to this shortness of breath that you are feeling. We're gonna be focusing on a specific performance skill. It is a motor skill and it is called pacing. So with pacing, this is, taking the appropriate amount of time to complete an activity so that you do not become too fatigued. We're going to be doing some therapeutic exercise. We are going to be using canned food, or if you have something like a jar of peanut butter, something that's about around 1 pound. So we're going to be using these in supplement of weights if you do not have any weights at home. So the main focus of this intervention is upper extremity strengthening. So with upper extremity strengthening, we are actually able to build the strength in these accessory muscles that help you breathe, like your pecs right here on your chest, or your serratus anterior, which runs along about right here. And those are actually going to be able to help you be able to take deeper breaths since your lungs are impacted. Also, with the upper extremity strengthening, you are able to build a higher capacity in these muscles, which actually decreases the amount of oxygen needed when you are doing upper extremity activities. So the main focus here is we're going to be talking about overhead activities. So that's why we're going to be using these weights and kind of doing overhead exercises so that this can translate into your daily living. So you're probably thinking, well, what does this look like in my daily living? So a lot of things, such as washing your hair is an overhead activity, reaching for something on the shelf is an overhead activity, brushing your hair, getting dressed, and these activities can be very taxing if you have COPD, and you will have some shortness of breath, which can also give you anxiety. You're going to have trouble enduring the task, and you may become fatigued very easily. So we are just going to work on building those muscles that should help you to be able to do your tasks more easily. So go ahead, and this is all you need. Go ahead and grab this if you don't mind, and I will wait. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to be doing this seated. We can work our way up eventually, but this is our first session, so we just want to take things easy. All right, so we're going to grab both the cans, and we are just going to do some lifting. 1, let's do 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go ahead and take like a 30-second break. During this break, I want you to breathe in through your nose, hold for a second, and breathe out through your mouth. This is going to help regulate your breathing and get you back to a normal resting heart rate and blood pressure. All right, let's go ahead and do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, take a break. There are some more activities we could do. We could do like a bicep curl. Just making sure you are pacing this activity. You don't want to go too fast. You're going to fatigue yourself. You just want to go at a good, nice rate. And if you ever feel out of breath, shortness of breath, just go ahead and take a break and regulate your breathing. So let's say that's kind of too hard for you right now. We can actually just make that easier and grade it down by having 1 can You can do one hand at a time like this. 1, 2, 3. Or if that is too hard, you can use both hands. 1, 2, 3. And also bringing it at a not so much of an overhead height. That will also make it easier, so you're not having to use so much strength and energy to raise your arm up above your head. But if you're thinking, oh, well, you know, this was too easy, I kind of want to make it a little more challenging. So we can double stack the cans and go 1. So now you're doing about 2 pounds instead of 1. And also another way to make this a little bit more challenging for you is to stand up. This is going to increase the overall energy that you are having to expend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at any time you want to take a break, if you feel comfortable standing with the break, you can do that and work on the pursed lip breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Or if you feel like you need to sit down during your break, go ahead and do that. So we're just going to continue to strengthen your upper extremity, and we're then going to implement this into your real occupations and activities of daily living. And we really just want to get those muscles strengthened so we can increase your capacity to breathe.